We're all superheroes at heart.
Hello and welcome to my unboxing video number 34. Now it's been a while and it's taken some time for this box to get back from CGC, so let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into it. Okay, so one one booking out of this box is uh, magazine size, and this is it. And this is a pretty nice grade for a 1969 book. It's a horror book. It's called Chilling Tales of Horror #1, 8.0. It has a short story on the back as well. I didn't mention, but we're going to have, I think, half of this box, I think, is going to be ASM Silver Age. So there's that to look forward to. But the next book is Pink Panther #1. This is the first appearance of Pink Panther in comics. And it's a 6.0 for the first Pink Panther. Next is Batman 156. It's a bit of a classic cover from 1963. It's only a 3.5, but it is white pages. And there's a gorgeous cover of Batman carrying Robin. Dies at dawn. Next is another Batman comic. This is Batman 186, and it's the first appearance of Gaggy the Clown. And from 1966, absolutely classic Joker cover. And that character is a henchman of the Joker called Gaggy the Clown. Next is Iron Man #3. It's from 1968. It's a you may be seeing a trend here. This is the third book so far with a Pieta cover, and that is a 6.0 Iron Man #3 from 1968. It's an older book from 1951, Firehair Comics #7. Now, this is a book I only saw on camera, and it's not as good as I thought. But anyway, it's a 4.5, Firehair #7, 1951. The White Daughter of the Sioux. I do like those native covers. And this is Firehair #10, also from 1951. And again, I thought these books were higher grade than this, but anyway, this is a 4.0 from 1951. Not so bad, I guess. Oh, and here is the first bad news. We have a restored grade, purple label. That's unfortunate because this is a book I wanted to get for a while. I waited until I could get one raw that was at least around a 5. And it's got a small amount of colour touch on the cover. and a small amount of glue on the cover. It's probably not worth trying to remove those. It's Lois Lane 106. It's a classic controversial cover where Lois Lane goes into a machine and comes out as a different race for 24 hours. It was well intentioned, but didn't they didn't put it off very well. Now this one, I knew this was low grade, and it's Tomahawk 9, number 81 from 1962, which is the first app of Miss Liberty, but it's not marked by CGC, and it is a 2.0. Okay, so this is not too bad. This is Witching Hour number 1. First appearance of Mordred, Mildred, and Cynthia. It's a classic Neil Adams art, but it's a Nick Cardy cover. And it's a 5.5. Next here is Tales to Astonish number 63 from 1965. Jack Kirby and cover, and Steve Ditko art. Stanley Story. Origin and first appearance of The Leader. 3.5. And it does have the pin-up, so blue label. Okay, so this is Betty and Me number 16. It's marked by CGC as classic cover with risque dialogue, and that's certainly true. It's a well-known book. It's a 5.0. Here's the first Amazing Spider-Man. We haven't had any yet, so maybe they're all together. This one is Amazing Spider-Man 49, 1967, Stanley Story, John Romita cover and art, and the Vulture and the Craven make an appearance in this 7.5. Next is also another ASM, number 56 from 1968. This one is also Stanley Story, John Romita cover and art, and the first appearance of Captain George Stacy, with an appearance by Doc Ock in a 6.0. Here we have Tales to Astonish number 48 from 1963. Stanley Story again. Steve Ditko art, Kirby cover. Origin and the first appearance of the Porcupine in a 3.5. Now, I knew these were low grade, but they are extremely early Spider-Man. This one is Spider-Man number 7. Steve Ditko cover and art and a Stanley Story. And it's the second appearance of the Vulture. And it's a 2.0 Amazing Spider-Man number 7. And this one is a little bit higher. It's Amazing Spider-Man 9. Stan Lee story again, and a Steve Ditko cover and art. And this is the origin and first appearance of Electro. So that is ASM number 9, 3.0. Ironically, I thought this one might be a little bit higher than the other two, but it's lower. This is Amazing Spider-Man 17 from 1964. Again, Stan Lee stories to cover and art, of course, and it's the second appearance of the Green Goblin. And it is only a 1.0. And as I look at the back, you can see it's not in good shape. So, again, this is the first time I'm seeing this book. But anyway, that's a good filler. And now we have Amazing Spider-Man 90 from 1970. This is the death of Captain George Stacy. So we had the first appearance, and now we've got the death of Captain George Stacy, and it's a 6.0 for ASM 90. Next we have Amazing Spider-Man 35, which is the second appearance of the Molten Man. And of course, Steve Ditko art. Actually, this one says Stan Lee and Steve Ditko story. So they're both credited on that. So Amazing Spider-Man number 35 in a 6.0. And we keep going with the Amazing Spider-Mans. This one is number 54. Again, Stan Lee story. Now we're on to John Romita art, cover and art though. So, and this is from 1967, 6.0 for Amazing Spider-Man 54. And a few issues later, this is Amazing Spider-Man 59. Same creative team, so I won't keep repeating their names. And the first Mary Jane Watson cover. And a 7.0. Just a couple left. Wow, this is in terrible condition. But anyway, it's Amazing Spider-Man number 68. It's only a 2.0. And the front, you can see some staining and some damage. I assume there's some split on the spine, but the back is got chips and pieces missing, which will lower the grade drastically, of course. And the last book in this box is another ASM number 81 from 1970. The origin and the first appearance of the kangaroo in a 7.0. And that's the whole box. So something of a mixed bag. Some nice grades and mostly low grade, mid grade, but some very early Amazing Spider-Man Silver Age for the collection, and some, of course, will go to market. So thanks very much for watching all the way to the end. I think it's going to be a bit of a while before the next box, but perhaps towards the middle of the year there'll be a few boxes all at once. So look forward to seeing you again then. Bye for now.